You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey GH fans, Belinda from Soap Dirt here. And once again, I've been scouring the corners of the interwebs to bring you the latest rumors and chatter regarding coming storylines and 5 huge possible cast exit for the ABC soap. There is a lot to talk about, big changes coming to GH if these leaks prove to be true. But first, please click subscribe if you have not. So just to be clear, what I have when I'm about to share with you is a huge pile of rumors and leaks. So none of these are official. There's no confirmed spoilers, not one. But several of these are from sources that I trust, or I decided to include them because they were particularly juicy and I wanted to talk about them with you, even though I'm not necessarily sure if the source is going to pan out. So I've got 10 rumors and leaks and then a nice little pile of casting chatter to talk to you about too. So let's get started. So the first, I'm going to call this one a spoomer, a spoiler/rumor, says that Alexis gets news that's both good and bad. So I was assuming that Alexis would get her law license back, and I suspect that might be the good news, but maybe the bad news is Fergus Byrne is anchored to her. He's a great actor. They had really good chemistry in the past on other soap projects like Santa Barbara. So I feel like they might keep him around as some kind of foil to her. So maybe she will get her law license back on a contingency basis, kind of like a parole. And she has to be observed by an attorney, and it's going to be Fergus. Something like that, like how when they take the medical license, like how Finn's has been in question and then he had to like pass treatments by somebody. I think that would be a whole lot of fun if Fergus had that kind of power over Alexis. So this second rumor spoiler leak is very vague, but interesting and fun to talk about. An old apartment set is going to be moved into. New people are going to live in it. So I was thinking after I saw this about some apartment sets that we've not seen in a while on General Hospital. And some of the ones that sprang to my mind, Franco's old art studio that was pretty cool where he was murdered. Liz had a similar little studio apartment back in the day where lots of stuff happened, including art. There's Maxie's apartment that she moved into Lula's house because remember then Anna moved in there, but now Anna has moved into Sasha's place. So Maxie's place should be open. I don't remember anybody else moving in. And then there's also the apartment where Silas Clay used to live, which looks somewhat like the one where not where Chase lives, but where Finn lived with Gregory and Violet. Looked a little bit like it, but not exactly. The set was slightly different. So those are the ones off the top of my head. Maybe we'll see Jagger moving into one of them, but let me know if there's any other apartments you guys can think of that aren't being used right now as a set. So the third thing to talk about is a couple of different Ava rumors. One says Ava issues a warning to someone and another says that she is in danger. So the warning might be to Valentine if she finds out that he's the one behind the med tampering. And she also confronts Nina soon. That's an official spoiler. So maybe she suspects that Nina asked Valentine to mess with Sonny. And yeah, I do think Ava will be in danger once this med swap thing comes out because she is going to be suspected of it because of her past shady behavior. So Sonny might just kill her. And speaking of Sonny, rumor number 4, Sonny makes a vow. This is very vague. Considering that he's still stalking Dex and focused on him, maybe his vow is to get rid of the young man no matter what. All right, the 5th thing to talk about, a tragic event next week. This is supposed to be for the first week of June. We will see a car accident resulting in injuries. I cannot even begin to guess who they would have in this car wreck. Who would they injure? Is it an accident or is it some kind of pikeman setup? Like Jason's brakes are taken out so they can blame Sonny, some kind of car wreck. It could be the young people just to set up another storyline. Again, this is so vague. It's like, okay, they all ride in cars. cars. That's not very helpful. All right. Speaking of Jason, the next rumor is a warehouse explosion at the coffee warehouse where Jason has set up his office. And there goes more information. It says someone ends up blind, but the rumor says not Danny, but somebody else close to Jason. I mean, Danny's been there a lot, so that does make sense. I don't think Jake would be there, but you never know. And the rumor also says that Jagger is also there when it blows up and that Jason is there as well. And that's why I'm guessing it's the Corinthos coffee set where they've got his office set up. So we'll just see on that one. Our next rumor, Finn makes a promise after saying he's sorry. I suspect this is him saying sorry to Liz and then he won't drink again and won't act like that. But I don't love them as a couple, so I'm not particularly invested in this one. Our eighth rumor, a secret alliance is revealed. This could be Valentine and the pharmacist, Valentine and Brennan, Ava and Valentine. If, he makes her an offer and they're conspiring together, it could be Nina and Drew, and maybe Willow catches them because they are little secret allies right now. Or it's an alliance so secret, none of the viewers even know about it. All right, our ninth rumor. John Cates has difficulties with Carly. He's in a dilemma. Right now, he's using her as leverage against Jason. So, there shouldn't be an issue, but she saved him and John kind of likes her. And maybe he's going to decide he genuinely likes her. And Port Charles is growing on him. Maybe he wants to stay. So he just can't burn down every bridge or he won't be able to stay. So maybe he'll wind up doing what Jason's doing and just protect her. The 10th and final rumor, Spinelli winds up arrested and Maxie is raging at Sam about it. We do know officially from spoilers, Sam has convinced the Jackal to hack into the FBI and steal the audio file that Jagger has of Carly admitting she's running the Corinthos mob. But, Jagger knows all about Sonny's org and he knows all about the Jackal. I mentioned in 2 weeks spoilers that I would be surprised if John Cates wasn't already expecting a Spinelli hack. And Spinelli is already on his radar because of that incident with the drone footage when Jason first came back. He tried to delete it and keep the drive out of the FBI's hands. So this spoiler seems very plausible to me, more as a spoiler than a rumor. And if it does manifest, it would give Jagger even more leverage over Jason because then he could threaten Spinelli as well. But yeah, I do think that Jagger may see him coming. All right. So 2 pieces of casting news about people either coming or staying. One of them, of course, is John J. York is back on set shooting as Mac Scorpio. So that's exciting. And then it says another female veteran has been put on contract and it is not Lois, who I think is already on contract. And I wonder if it's Jane Elliott, if she has gone from recurring to contract. We shall see. All right. Then I've saved the big news for last. Exits. There are 5 rumored / leaked / whispered tidbits about this. Nothing is confirmed or set in stone. I'm not saying these people have quit or are fired. I'm just telling you the rumors. The rumors say that Kirsten Storms and Bradford Anderson could be out, which is Maxie and Spinelli. Another one says Cynthia Watros is out as Nina. Another one says Maura West may be leaving. And the final one says Michael Easton is off contract, but is still filming some scenes. He's still up in the air. The Kirsten and Bradford, I don't know. Kirsten Storms, Maxie is front burner right now. Like, I totally see how Spinelli can go or just be on recurring. Cynthia Watros, I just don't know about. I feel like they're setting her up a good storyline with Drew, so I'm not so sure about that one. If they let Maura West leave, that would be insane. But at the same time, they have written her character and painted her into a corner, but Ava has escaped worse. And this last little tidbit is about renewal. So among this chatter about exits on GH, that some conversation that they are in the bubble about renewal and that ABC Daytime / Disney will not decide until October. So the ratings between now and October are crucial. They brought in Patrick Mulcahy and now they've already axed him. They have Elizabeth Corte pay in charge and brought back one of the recently fired former head writers in a subordinate role. To me, it sounds like a lack of stability and a lot of scrambling in the writer's room. It reminds me back in the 2000s when all companies were firing so many people, and instead of downsizing, they started to call it right-sizing to rationalize it, And I think GH might be trying to right size, but what they're doing is they're wrong sizing based on what I'm seeing. The same leaker who said they're on the bubble for renewal also said they might bring Nicholas Chavez back on a special contract to play Spencer Cassadine, but with the freedom to leave to do other projects as he wants. And then they also mentioned a Jason and Sam, and a Carson, Carly, and Sonny reunion. I'm not down for either of those, but I imagine if they go that route, it's a desperate ratings grab. And again, remember, none of this is official spoilers. This is all rumors, leaks, chatters, whispers. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you haven't. Definitely drop your comments on what you are excited to see if it does come to fruition, and head back here soon because we're talking General Hospital 7 days a week. And as always, this is Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.